Hello everybody, it's Jen. I am going to be making 4 cards using the Get Well Gang by WPlus9, and as you can see I was using the Studio Calico Atlantic paper pad. I'm trying to use some stuff up. I also wanted to make some masculine cards here to start off with, and I thought that this collection lended well to that. So I'm making some very clean and simple cards. These are cards that I wanted to be able to have in my stash to send out to people who are not card makers and therefore are likely to bin these after they have served their purpose. These images are absolutely adorable. I love this stamp set, and it just lends itself to a whole bunch of cuteness. So for this first card I'm using the kitty cat, and of course I colored the cat black like my kitties. And as you can see, just really plain and simple, a piece of paper. I used the stitch circle from Simon Says Stamp and the image, and then I use the cute little fish. So on to the second card. I'm going to use a blue pattern paper, which I thought lent itself to a really nice masculine based card. And the image that I'm going to use is the adorable little dog on the pillow. And so I chose also the star pattern paper, which you'll see here in a minute, to kind of represent like sleeping, getting well. I thought I was going to do it horizontal, but then changed my mind, and so I wanted to ground the image on the side with a piece of the pattern paper so it wasn't so bare of a design. Yeah, and then I just felt like it needed something, so I used this thin strip of silver washi, which I believe is just a Recollections brand. I've had it forever. Another stitch circle from Simon Says Stamp, and there's that image. And I colored all of these images using my Tim Holtz Distress markers. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want the sentiment. I wasn't sure if I wanted it on that white banner or if I wanted to use a piece of the little tearaway strip from the 6x6 pad, and I'm just using my Lawn Fawn stamp chamois to clean my stamps off. So I'm just going to cut this and see which one I want to use. I do end up going with the blue, so I'm going to cut that down and then adhere the pieces. So just using some Scotch Quick Dry Glue, which is almost at the end, so I always switch back and forth with my adhesives. I love my tape gun. So here I am just adhering this down, and then I did get some ink. The VersaFine hadn't dried yet, so I just use my white eraser when I get little smudges. And I didn't leave enough space between the sentiment for the image to lay properly on top of that banner, so I decided to kind of fix that little mistake by bringing that little washi strip back in and there, and now it can sit nicely on there. So that's it for this card. Again, like I said, these are just really quick, simple cards. I do decide to use some Heidi Swap Color Shine in silver, just to tie in the silver again. And I thought that that just finished the card off nicely. So there's that one. Card number 3 is another pattern paper from the Atlantic collection. I'm not sure if it's Atlantic or Atlantica. So this one is like yellow, oranges, and kind of a pinky red. And I'm going to use the cat image again. So I'm just using the strip again from the 6x6 paper pad. I loved how the yellow just kind of popped on the card, but I wanted to make sure that that tissue box was going to be covering the whole. So I'm just going to lay out these images. They're so cute, and I didn't put it down far enough, so I'm just going to fix that. I'm going to pop up these images on some foam adhesive. So I'm using the tissue box, and then I use the little piece of cheese on top of that. I kind of made a little bit of a stack. And then this adorable little mouse that also comes in the stamp set, and it has bandages on its legs as well. It's so cute. So then I'm going to pop up the kitty using Scotch foam adhesive, the large roll. That stuff makes it so much easier to pop things up and add dimension. And I actually don't think I put a sentiment on the front. No, I don't. These are little Kleenex balls. They're so cute. So I'm just gonna put 3 of those on there just to balance it out with an odd number, so it looks like they've been using the tissue. And I'm going to use my Wink of Stella glitter pen on a few things, and then I'm going to use some glossy accents on the kitty's nose and inside the ears as well. And so that one's done. So then I'm going to move on to using the Dear Lizzie 5th and Frolic collection for some more feminine cards. So this is just a scrap that I had left over, so I cut it down so that there was a white border. And that's from, this pink piece of paper is from Dear Lizzie Daydreamer, and it matched perfectly. So I'm going to use the Amy Tan banner die and the Simon Says Stamp stitched circle die. And I'm going to use my VersaFine ink to stamp out the sentiment. I'm going to let that dry a little while I adhere the circle and the little bandaged mouse. So this sentiment just says something to do with wishing you love and a speedy recovery. I can't quite see. Sending you love and hugs for a speedy recovery. It is so adorable. So I'm just going to use my pumice stone distress marker just to put a little bit of shadowing to ground the image on that circle, and that card is done. So on to the next card. This is another piece of paper from the 5th and Frolic line, and I love the stitch hearts on the bottom. And I think that lends really well to a Get Well Thinking of You card. So I am going to round the corners using my Creative Memories corner rounder, and I forgot to round the corners on the back side of the card, but I do remember to do that here in a second. So I'm using a stitched rectangle from Fawn, and there's paper. Using some gray dotted paper from the 5th and Frolic line. So this card again is really clean and simple. So I just wanted to show you, I colored up a bunch of the images and I just put them in those little containers so that whenever I want to go make a card, I have them there. And I'm going to pop up the little mouse. And then with this card again, I am going to use, I believe, some color shine. Maybe I don't. We'll have to wait and see. Yes, I do. So I got the silver back out just to do a little bit of splattering, just to finish off the card. So yeah, so thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I have some still pictures here, as you can see, for a close-up of the images and the cards. I think they turned out really cute, and I absolutely adore this stamp set. So this is again the Get Well Gang by WPlus9. And in a second here, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures from 2 other cards that I made. I didn't film these. Here they are here. But I also put these together using the same stamps. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you all really soon. Bye!